The way that we were raised was up. Yet we fight against change. Like, we feel like we're being soft, or we're being told we can't raise our kids the way that we want to raise them. But if we could have a moment of honesty and we could get out of our ego, we don't want to raise our kids that way. We don't want to beat on our kids. We don't want to yell at our kids. We don't want to do all those things. Why would "you're preventing me from raising my children the way that I want to raise them" ever leave your mouth? And something you guys need to know about me is when I talk about a subject, it may be sparked from something familiar, but the thought and the evolution of the idea isn't based on anything personal. It's just based on the fact that I'm tapping into the collective. And these are the things that I know that we all deal with. And so it's just like, we want to do better. We want to do better by our kids, but our ego won't let us, because we feel like if we change, we're wrong. But we are wrong. We are so freaking wrong. How I was raised was wrong. And we need to be okay with admitting that. You know, our kids deserve better is all I'm saying. So I misread the sign. I was told this morning to pick up my keys. I picked them up, and I've been planning on giving my keys to my daughter to go check my P.O. box. I take off my P.O. box key and give it to her, and I set the rest of my keys down, because I'm assuming that's why my spirit told me to pick up my keys. I take Caden to a speech therapy appointment, come back home. Caden gets to the door before me, and he's like, "It's locked." Nobody ever locks the dang door. But the day that my angels told me to pick up my keys, somebody locks the door. And I set my keys back down. So while we are stuck outside waiting for Dre to come unlock the door, I was told this morning to pick up my keys. I misread the information. So if you think that your guides and your angels, your ancestors, or however you identify, the universe, the spirit, whatever you identify with, if you think they're not communicating with you, it's either because you have a block or you are not listening. But they're there and they're communicating, and sometimes we listen and sometimes we misinterpret, but they're always communicating.
She had in her life as a melanated woman. I clearly am not a melanated woman.
What's good, y'all? Lonnie Appleton here. If you have a couple of minutes, we are discussing some practical family healing advice. Yes, I am trying to get my SEO under control, so I need to mention that in my video. This video is going to be twofold. One, I'm going to address our non-black allies. I won't center that to white allies, because we have allies of every ethnicity and background, color and shade, and I love you all. Secondly, I'm going to address the context of her video, because it's a really good video and an excellent 6-part series, 6 minutes. So check out her series, follow her, subscribe. She's an ally. Now, our allies. Look, my voice as a black female is only going to go so far, correct? If you happen across one of my messages and it resonates with you, it's important for you to understand the message. And to understand is to understand, but we don't understand anything. We understand and we internalize, and we figure out how we can apply said message to our lives. That is learning. That is why this life is our classroom, and we should always be learning something. If you are going through an experience and you are not taking a learning perspective from it, you just wasted your freaking time. So to my allies, it is very important, if you come across a message from anyone who is speaking in allegiance to uniting the communities, uniting the homes, uniting the races, ethnicities, whatever, just unification in general, it is important for you to understand it, internalize, and figure out how you can flip it, and then now speak it as your truth. Because once you understand, it is now your truth. And now my black face, my female face, which would have been halted at some doors, can now have those doors open, because now you are delivering the exact same message. And no aspect of that is copying or carbon copying or stealing somebody else's style. That's being a fake. And people read that all day long. But if you hear a message and you internalize it and you figure out how to apply it to your life, now you can retell the exact same message from your perspective. And that is being an ally. That is taking a message that would have stopped because of my black female face, and now it is going somewhere with your male face, it's going somewhere with your non-black face, it's going wherever it needs to go, because now you are delivering the messages that need to get out there to help heal this world. Now to her video context, she's speaking about how she as a white female was raised differently than her friends who were in black female households. Black households, I added the female part for some reason. But listen to what she's saying. She's told to do things to be pleasing to a man. She is being raised to be a wife. Meanwhile, in the black households, per her observation and per my experience as well, these little black girls are being raised to be independent of men. Now we wonder why the black community is suffering because we don't know how to couple, because women are so masculine. You're so sensitive. What's good, y'all? Lonnie Appleton here. If you have a couple of minutes, let's talk sensitivity. I am in a space, we are in a space as a family where everybody is sensitive as how we used to roll ain't how we roll no more, y'all. And some of us who aren't moving at the same rate as the rest of us, we're like, why are you so sensitive? We're sitting at the table today and I'm talking to Angel. Angel, back that up. Angel comes in my room when she's getting dressed and she's looking at her body and she, giving that, is my body okay? She's giving those vibes. And I'm like, sis, you're 10. Your body is fine. I really hate the space that our kids are in, and my child is wondering what her figure looks like at 10. Fast forward to, we're sitting at the table and Angel pulls up with not one, but 2 slices of cake on her plate. Angel disappears. Angel reappears with another equally large slice of cake on her plate. Now I'm thinking, and that's 3 slices of cake, which I ain't mad at you, sis. I love me a good confection too. But I say, with love, my dear, I am not coming at you, and I want you to know that, and I'm giving you that up front. I said, dear, if you are truly worried about your figure and how you look, you would not be eating that cake. To which her eyes immediately welled up and she just stopped eating her cake. And I said, look, I'm not coming at you. I'm just giving you information. I know that you watch these movies. I know you listen to these girls out here. And I know that you get all these inputs that's telling you there needs to be something wrong with you, but there's absolutely zero wrong with you. But if you truly were concerned about your figure, you would not be doing the complete opposite of what it takes to maintain said figure. And I said, does it feel like I'm coming at you right now? And she said, yes. And I said, why does it feel like I'm coming at you? And a long story short, she said, just simply addressing this topic is feeling to her like I'm coming at her. And I was like, no, I don't want you to misconstrue your mother giving you information, because where else are you going to get this information if not from your parents? See, I don't want the streets out there teaching my child near nothing that I have not taught them first. Now the streets can remix a message, but I am going to always try to be the OG. So what I'm saying is, she's like, yeah, you're coming at me. And I was like, no, I'm not coming at you. Coming at you, a black girl, if you're worried about your waist, you need to go and put that cake down. That would be me coming at her. That is not what I did. And so I explained to her the difference between, yes, I'm going to be a knowledge source, and sometimes that knowledge is not going to be, it's not going to feel good. But as long as I deliver the knowledge in a way that is not doing you psychological harm, you need this knowledge. Because what you're doing is you're trying to start down the road to an eating disorder, and I already see it happening, so I'm trying to get in front of it. See, I'm letting her know that I'm aware about what's going on, but not doing it in a way that shames her. Part 2, definitely.